Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. You know, these Monday holidays kind of bungle up things because experientially it feels like it ought to be a Tuesday, but it is a Wednesday morning, second week of September. We move closer and closer to autumn. Today's feast day is the feast day of St. Peter Claver, known as the apostle to the Negroes, or if we want to be more sensitive, the apostle to the blacks. He was a Spaniard Jesuit who worked really in the slave bins, and that's what they were, a deplorable, horrible situation in Cartagena, and worked for the good treatment of the slaves, caring for their wounds, treating their illnesses, providing water and food, and realizing their dignity as people first. People don't realize, there were two movements by the Holy Spirit in the Christian world to end slavery. One was in England with the Methodists, with Amazing Grace, the abolitionist movement in England. That was one movement. The other were Spanish religious, primarily Franciscans and Jesuits, who realized that slavery needed to end and the treatment of indigenous people needed to be improved. They recognized the humanity of everybody. Imagine that. But you know what? We got to be fair. If we were back in those times, we might think natives are savages and blacks are less than us. So, be a little kinder to the past and less arrogant about yourself. It'll make for a happier life for everybody. Anyway, St. Peter Claver spent his life laboring among the slaves, trying to improve their lot. He wasn't a revolutionary. He was a Christian, and he loved his neighbor. And he especially loved, these people who were treated like property and treated horribly at times. And we ask for his intercession for the healing of our nation, because our nation needs it. I think we were racially more at peace in the 70s than we are now. Because in the 70s, our TV shows showed integration. Whereas today's, I don't even know what today's TV shows show. I suspect white blaming, but I don't know that for certain. I'm not interested in white blaming. I'm not interested in black blaming. I'm not interested in any blaming. What I'm interested in is how can we all work together and recognize our common humanity. I came across this a little paragraph a few weeks ago online. I'd like to read it. It's about gaslighting. And gaslighting, of course, is trying to make you think you're nuts. It comes from a play in the 30s about a husband turning down the gas lights in the home, convincing his wife that it's really not getting darker. It's she's just losing her mind, and it's not the case. So anyway, here's the thing: the most egregious example of gaslighting is the concept of white fragility. You spend your life trying to be a good person, trying to treat people fairly and with respect. You disavow racism and bigotry in all its forms. You judge people solely on the content of their character and not by the color of their skin. You don't discriminate based on race or ethnicity, but you are told you are a racist, not because of something you said or did, but because solely of the color of your skin. You know instinctively that charging somebody with racism because of their skin color is itself racist. You know that you are not a racist, so you defend yourself in your character, but you are told that your defense of yourself is proof of your racism. So we ask ourselves, am I crazy? No, you are being gaslighted, and that is the truth. And So, has there been oppression? That's absolutely of almost every group other than the dominant group that arrived here first. We don't have documentation of how the Pilgrims treated people after them, how they viewed immigration or different ethnicities. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It just feels like a Tuesday, so the week is moving faster.